Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. How is it going? Okay, good example why you want your own account besides a prop firm. So I bought a few new evals on Funded Next, and I saw the market moving down, and I thought, okay, let me just get a quick short. And it says that I can't trade them because my account has been expired, but it's paid for and they're active in my dashboard. So there you go again. Sometimes, you just don't want to be reliable on those prop firms. I have never had really a lot of bad experience with Funded Next, but I've been trying to get hold of them, like what's going on. Hey, Ado Unfiltered. I don't use any broker in South Africa, to be honest. I actually work with a US broker. I will have a brokerage deal with a US broker specifically for South Africans, actually. So we're still in the process of last paperwork because it's a lot of paperwork, and I'm also um, trying to get a better. Well, it's already in the making a better commission because of me advertising for them. So I would not. I would just give me some. I hope it will be done this week. And then I would definitely recommend to go with a U.S. broker, and they are specifically they want to branch out for non-U.S. citizens. So it's specifically for people like you and me. I guess you're asking the question because you are in South Africa, right? So it's specifically for people like you and me, not living in the U.S. but want a proper broker. So yeah, if I can't say anything about South African brokers. Maybe they're very good, but I don't know. I would stick to US brokers if possible. But yeah, everything is a little bit going slower than I want to. So but that's okay. It's so hot here today. Let me just I need to put on the air conditioning because I'm just sweating like crazy. And then we'll go over the the price action. It's so hot, but I don't want everything closed. I hate that. But let me just see what I can do without too much noise. How's everyone doing? Did anyone trade pre-market? Did anyone get the short on from Asia? So I tried to, but obviously um, it didn't work. And talking about South African banks and stuff like that, Uh, it's just sometimes such a hassle, and especially as a non-citizen, not like myself. So everything goes slower for me. So it's a little bit annoying. It's just part of living the life that you want. It's sort of like some things are a little bit harder and take more time. So I have to just accept that. But anyway, I'll get back to the. I mean, if you're looking for a broker, Adele, I would wait a little bit and then, yeah, we have something better to offer, which also will benefit you because better commissions. Hold on, just 1 second. I need to get it a little bit cooler here because it's too hot. It's too hot. I need to do this. This go here, and I need to do so. Here we go. Whew. I need to make it a bit warmer. It's morning here. It's 9 o'clock. So, yes, yes, yes. So now it's not a secret. The broker's not a secret, but it's edge clear iron beam. So, but just give it some time because then I can have a good deal, and it'll give you some benefit as well. Yeah. Oh, this slide is already working. Okay, well, it's working at the moment. Okay, here we go. I don't want to put the fan on behind me because that makes a lot of noise. But anyway, okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the juicy part. NQ, 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 NQ. So these gradients, let's go over the month. So we have a new month, right? We have a new month. Let's go over. So this is last month's. The low is here. And this is the high, and we have yearly SMT literally. So obviously, we got to move to the downside. Now we are here on this wick. And we do have a end walk here down here. So I'm watching. So once we get below this level here, we might go lower as well. We go into this wick as well. But just let's see, because I wonder if we are going into this wick first before heading down further. Hey, Zar Trader. Yeah, Zar Trader, I use Funded Next, but I have a problem with them this weekend. So I've always used them, but I have an issue now with them. So that's why I always say, always have a backup with your own account, because at some point, also the good ones, they turn bad at some point. I mean, that's my experience for so far. I've always been using them, but now I bought 2 of them, and now it says that I can't use them in TradeOvate. I don't know if there's an issue with TradeOvate maybe, again, or is it Funded Next? Because they said so I paid for 2 evals, and then they tell me that my accounts have been expired, but they're both on my dashboard, being active and paid for. So that's annoying. I wanted to benefit from that short, but on eval, not on my funded, on my live account. But and no one responds, so no one responds. So they take your money, and then nothing you can do sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know if you guys have problems with Funded Next or TradeOvate. Let me put it out. Hey, this is a I think it goes up to here again. Let's see how high we can go. I'm just watching now. Yeah, I don't know if it's TradeOvate or if it's my account or something, because it says that my accounts are not active. But I was allowed to reset them. I was allowed to pay for them. They're in my dashboard as active, or as normal. But TradeOvate says my accounts are not active. So I don't know. Okay. These issues all the time. I think I'm going to take a break for a while, also from maybe this week. So many things, and I'm just a little bit, I don't know, just a lot of effort for literally nothing. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Well, this is all engineered liquidity, right? This looks beautiful to be taken. Hey, company Menko, how are you doing? Oh, I need to switch this off. We need to switch this off. There we go. And I think I'm gonna switch on the air conditioning because it's too hot for a fan. Fan is it's over 30 degrees already. It's 9 o'clock and we already over 30 degrees. So I need to close the door then. Don't get me wrong, I love this weather, but not when you're sitting inside um, in a hot room. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay, so monthly, 2 weeks on the side. Now, the question is, how much lower are we going to go, or are we going to retrace back into the higher end first before we go lower, or are we going to reject from this week and go back higher? I need more information, to be honest, because of these large wicks. It's hard to. Let me put it that way. I wouldn't be too eager to short without more information. I just want to see how we are reacting here. We've got midnight here. Let's see. This just looks so much like engineered liquidity. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might go a little bit higher on NQ. Let me go on the monthly. Let me go to the weekly. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay, the daily we opened here, and the weekly, obviously, we have this wick. So I would keep an eye on this wick as well. We opened up, and the N walk, we still have a totally, we moved away from the N walk, right? We opened up and we moved away. So we only have a wick in the N walk, in this week's N walk. Yeah, and we also have to consider everything that's going on, right? It's crazy times, very volatile, unpredictable maybe as well, manipulated. Daily. Let's have a look at the daily. Daily. Thursday, Friday, Monday. Okay. For hour. For hour has no wick. A wickless candle. I like that. Exactly. A wickless candle on the 4 hour. Uh-huh. So I just want to see if we go over 702 or maybe even get back to midnight. We did leave a bottom with this candle, so I wonder if we're going to leave that for this 4 hour. So you know those are magnets at some point, right? Especially when the open is a little bit higher or equal high as the previous one. We had a nice drop since the open here. This had all the way moved down. Continuation, another continuation. So are we creating an equal wickless candle to go back into maybe at the 6 o'clock or maybe the 10 o'clock, right? Let's consider that, because look at this. Look at the, if I look at this area here, that looks like so beautiful. Okay, let's go to my favorite 9-minute here. Oh, look at that. So this is the end walk right here. Or are we going back down? Let's see, we're going to disrespect this one here. What time is it? 17 past 2. Hey Factory Dogs, how are you doing? Okay. Looks like a short, right? Let's wait till 2:20. I'm just gonna paper trade. I want those evals. I only want to trade on evals, and I haven't got them at the moment, so I'm still waiting for that funded next issue to be sorted. I hope it will be sorted later today. Maybe they don't have any support in this area this time. I mean, could be because normally I used to have they used to have support in London time as well, but no response. That's okay. I'll just paper trade until that time. So annoying when you want to do something and it's not possible, and that sense of not having that freedom is really annoying at the moment. Hey, maybe it will save me from a losing trade, right? It all happens. It doesn't matter. It all. Oh. Okay, 219. We're just collecting intel at the moment. We're just looking at the, is the daily going to be a continuation all the way down, or are we going to move up and go back into the range? Because we have some end dogs here as well. 4. $221. Let me do a poll. Are you guys short, or have you got a long or short bias at the moment? Hey, Papacito. Hey, it's hot here. It's 9 o'clock and it's already over 30 degrees. So I'm just wearing whatever is gives me the most comfort doing a stream and being inside. Let me put it that way. I don't mind if it's hot and being outside and doing stuff, but I hate being inside when it's hot. Thank you for the compliment. I love blue. Yes, blue is my favorite color, actually. I think everyone looks good in blue. Ask a question. Long or short bias for London? So let's see, the 2:30 to 5 o'clock move will be bullish or bearish? That's basically the question. So let's see the move after the main move. Oh, you had a good weekend? Oh, you shorted it? Yeah. Well done. Hey, listen, guys. It's very funny. People always ask me, oh, well, aren't you worried about the market? I say, we don't care if the market goes up or down. We just, we ride the move. So people find it hard when you say you're day trader if the market is totally bearish and banks are collapsing. Of course I'm worried about the overall situation, but as a trader, we can still benefit from, unless the market cease to exist, right? Mainly that. Okay. There we go. Pool. I'm just curious. I need more coffee. I do like this looks very juicy, right? This looks very created liquidity to be taken out. So Papacito, what did you did you trade it? Did you swing trade it in the weekend, or did you take one move? Okay, guys, I'm thinking I'm quite bullish now for the remaining. Let me just I can't anticipate. Long, oh, long, 83% long. Yes. I think so too. But we could be wrong. So I'm bullish. Why? Because of the wickless candle here. No wick on the 4-hour. I'm almost inclined to think that this is going to be one of those 4 hours that's going to come in play later. So they could still go down though, but a lot of the times when they start forming a wickless 4-hour candle, they will keep it that way to be taken out either in the next one or maybe sometimes even much later, especially in it being the 4 hours. So maybe we're going to go all the way back up into the end walk. Who knows? It's Monday. It's ping pong day between. I think I'm paper trading long now. I'm gonna paper trade a long. Breaker. Stop loss. I'm not even using the breaker now. Which is wrong. It's a large breaker on the 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to be stopped out. That's okay. I'll journal it. But on Saturday, there was a wick formed on the 4-hour, and on Sunday, I was filling it by scalping. Okay. Okay, what I want to do here, I want to use this area here. Yeah. Okay, we're going to consolidate now. Oh no, we're not. Good. Okay, you see that the breaker, it went to half here. This should have been the trade already, 18 past. With a stop loss, this would have been the best trade here. This one here, break with your stop below here. This should have been the trade. The breaker retest here. Entry here. Stop goes just below the breaker. But now let's see what 2R is, because then, oh shit. I wanna, it doesn't matter where you enter, but you just wanna get 2R. That's how I tested it, but you can test it differently if you think this. But 2R, hold on, I wanna, so. It doesn't matter if you have a better entry, but your stop, you know, it's a very large stop though, but 40 points is my max. If it's a valid breaker retest, we can aim for 2 trades. That's right, above previous week low. Yeah, above the other previous week low. Company man call. I think this is just a higher time frame retracement. I'm higher time frame bearish as well, but I think this is a higher time frame retracement for now. We have very bullish structure on the lower time frame. We have a 3-minute breaker. We have a 5-minute breaker. A 5-minute, not so. See, they're leaving behind these equal lows. So I wouldn't go for the full 2R. I know what company man calls is saying. He sees the end of the market maker buy model right here. He says this is the market model is here to here. But I think the original consolidation is a bit higher. I think this would be around midnight could be the original consolidation. Maybe it's 702 exactly here. We'll see how it reacts here. We've got SMT as well, company Mancal, so he could be right that this could be the turn. But for me, what I'm looking at is what did we do at 210? How are we behaving? You can see we're not sort of moving, but 233 will be very important. Let's have a look at ES quickly. So I'm watching these equal lows. Guys, I don't need to, Agalarov and anyone else, please, you don't have to tell me what I need to do. I know you guys know what you're doing, but if I make a mistake, it's all good for me. I'm already going through all the times. I'm all good with being stopped out. It doesn't matter. Yes, M2, I totally agree. When you are so close, when you are so close, it's the hardest thing to really, really wait for your A plus setup. And those are also the times that I effed up. Exactly. Yes, yes. But you have to really um, be very patient. And if you're not really sure, just paper trade. Just be, just. I always start paper trading my days now to just get into. Okay. Hey, Vincent, how are you doing? Hardest thing is waiting for April. So, Jumat morning, can see you are doing good for me. I'm so lost down another account on Friday. Oh shit, Jeremiah. But it's hard. The times are difficult, and it's very um um. It is challenging. Anybody who says it's easy, they're lying because it's not. It's not easy at all currently. There's a lot of manipulation, overrides. The algo is still working, but there's a lot of intervention going on. I do janitorial work, so I tell myself it's worth blowing. It's so close. That's a lot of toileting to make that, and I'm doing it just on my phone while watching movies. That's actually really funny what you're saying. It's very good to bend it towards, okay, how much work is every email, because we think too lightly of it, right? Like just any oh, it's just a reset or something like that. But think about how much work it is, what we need to do for a reset, if to get them in just our normal jobs. So that's a good way. Yeah. Uh, I'm doing just on my phone while waiting, watching a movie. Hey, how's it go? Yeah, Jay, how are you doing? Long time no see. How's it going? Okay, see, so okay, yeah. So my stop loss placement wasn't correct. I'm still bullish on this move, but um, I got stopped out, obviously. Um, like I said, the best placement was here, right? The breaker retest, and but I was a little bit too early. I just got started, and so I got in here, and I wanted to keep my stop not too large, even though it's a paper trade, and I got stopped out, as you can see. I think we're going to. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to consolidate a little bit here. Um, it's annoying. Anyone in the long? Yeah, I'm bearish. Yeah, Vincent, I'm also bearish, but I framed a long here up to here. Um, see some nice, this is all engineered liquidity. See a nice gap here. I'm just going to reassess again. I wouldn't take the 2R from this breaker because it's above the previous week low. But I do think higher time frame is a retracement, but obviously bearish, yeah. But I got stopped out on my trade. I didn't get back in. It's okay. Let's see how we react here. So my trade, it was not, if my trade would have been up to here, I would have taken it up to 702 only. And then, because then I had a good R to R, but because I entered here, I could not do that. So I would have, got it up to midnight, calculated from this breaker, which we had a perfect retest here up to the midpoint. So for me, it's a valid bullish setup for now, for a short time. But let's see if we can go over this level. But yeah, bearish overall, of course. I mean, bearish. $399. Hey, company man call. It was my. It tells me that my trade was my execution was too late. And like I said, this was the. Hold on. There was a perfect breaker retest. It was exactly in the midpoint. This one here. I think I was struggling with the light and air conditioning here. But this was a perfect retest. My entry should have been here, stop loss here, and then I would have not taken it further. Let me see how much that is. I always wanna let me check how much that was, because this is a perfect entry. A good risk reward and not too. Let me put it here. 20 points up to. Okay, almost a 3R trade. That was a good trade. So you see, well, let's take it up a little bit higher. You can make it a 2R trade, still good enough, right? Using this breaker. Now we could go all the way back to this one here for manipulation. So that was a good trade, but I tend not to take those trades around 2:15, but I should actually not wait for those very long trades. Just take the, because exactly, look, this is a beautiful, it was beautiful. It's a beautiful trade. Why? The breaker got activated within my macro. So it's a very valid breaker, and we went to the midpoint here. The bodies just went a little bit below it. Oh, if I put it correctly here. You see this one? Let me make it blue. This one's beautiful. Activation during the macro. Retest just after the macro. And up to 702. And 702 could be just it, right? This could be it. Like ICT says, sometimes you get a retracement just to 702. And that's a beautiful trade. That was an almost 3R trade. When you take it from here, retest up to here, it's a safe trade. And have one runner. Mm. It depends on how I set my Fibonacci, but this one is just from wick to wick. Let me show you. I took the smallest, so sometimes I took it from under 1 minute this time, but sometimes I use higher time frame, but I just want to see. So this is the wick here. I think it's going to go higher anyway, but I think the short is still, the long is still valid. 246. So, but sometimes I look on the higher time frame to see, okay, let's go on 13 minutes, for example, here. Obviously, we got a much larger range as well. If we do go up into the N walk, we're going to go much higher, right? But we have a fair value gap here. Let me mark my 1 hour fair value gap. Why is it not working? One hour. Let me check the 4 hour quickly. I just feel like being a prophet just got me a lot more back. Only one broker spending more than I get paid, but this year that changes. Yes, that's a good. It's sort of a positive, right, to look at it. Yeah. 389. I think I'm bullish up to here. 389. I think I'm gonna go an extra, another long. Let's see if we get a good entry. 250. We're in a macro. 250. Let's see. $250. Relatively equals. I don't know why people call this a BPR. It's just okay. 319. Oh, I'm on the 30 seconds. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we can. Now you always have to be careful when you see this kind of price action with a lot of gaps. I'm taking this and I'm waiting for the next one because it's 3 o'clock coming. I'm gonna wait because we just hit a event horizon midnight. We got a gap here. I will wait for another entry if we continue up because we have a mitigation block here with a gap here. So let's see if we can get back into it. I'll re-enter. I'm just gonna do more short trades. 3 o'clock coming. See, we're hovering here. This is the 4-hour fair value gap, but we also have a 1 hour. That's a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Already doing gold on cash. Yeah. Hey, listen. It's just the best entry would have been here, right? The breaker retest 217. I missed that one. I was working on my light and my air conditioning, and then I would have had one runner until 7:02. That was around here, and then one off here, and then the rest run. 382 here. This one. 388. Okay, gotcha. When I see this price action print, I would rather wait. Maybe if we get like a rejection to the downside at 3 and then a continuation. I never like it when we see so many gaps in this kind of print. I've been stopped too many times, or especially when your entry is not as good. I'm a little bit more careful here. Okay, 3 o'clock. Let's see if we can get a nice. Okay, I think it's just gonna pop to 388 now. Okay, stop loss. never mind. It's gonna pop to 388. 388. If you're in, you're good to go. Did I get any answer on my stupid question? Yeah, so while they're popping up, it's 3 o'clock, and the first presented fair value gap never, it had to go back in here, so I knew it would pop up, but I got stopped out. But 388, I missed it here. It will go up here. I'm just in touch with Funded Next about those accounts. Still not done. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get Funded Next to get them solve the issue, because I've got quite a few fundeds that are not working. Rectangle. There we go, into the fair value gap. Beautiful trade would have been very clear. Okay. I would have been out here, by the way. This would have been my exit. Why? Because also this N walk here, and it also matched with the 2R of that breaker calculation. So here I will be careful. But on the other hand, on the 15, we also have the equal highs here, relatively equals, and we're in that fair value gap. So here I will be careful. We have higher, obviously, but I need to reassess. I missed two good trades now in the morning, one to the downside and beautiful to the upside on my EVOs. Did anyone take that long? Yeah, we were long, right? Most of us were long. 50-50. 50 was short. Okay, interesting. Uh, interesting. But hey, we could still go back to the downside. Now, I don't think, to be honest, because of the, we just have to see. We're in the 1 hour fair value gap, right? The 1 hour is here, is a bit smaller than the 4 hour. Technically, you want to watch this here, how we react here. If we go up here, we'll look at the 4 hour, but the 4 hour goes all the way up to here. So if we do react here, because of the N walk as well, then I would reassess. If we get over this level, I would reassess, and then I would aim for higher. I would re-enter again. But for now, I would just watch, because we took a 15-minute relatively equal high. And let's see, we go higher. We have a breaker here on the 15-minute as well, right? We did activate this breaker as well here. 15 minutes. So let's watch. In the meantime, I'm trying to communicate with Funded Next. I mean, you know. Hopefully they can sort it. Hopefully they can sort it. Is this a gap? Did I miss the gap here? Yes. So we know we have to incorporate, if we do not, this is the whole fair value gap now, because this is the gap on the 1 hour. Okay, if we do get over this 1 hour, then we'll look at the 4 hour. So for now, we're just going to focus on this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, well, they're going to make a ticket. There's obviously something wrong, but hey, Funded Next, always good. I mean, guys, I told them I'm not going to promote your code or whatever, but I always tell in my stream that I use you guys. And again, They always have good support. So no, I have no bad experiences except now that the accounts don't work, but they always try to solve it. So kudos to Funded Next. For those who are into prop firms, Funded Next is really a good one. The top of this gap, previous week low. Yes, previous week low are always, even though they can be forms of, but I think there's much more to look at, to be honest. Hold on, 4 hour. One minute, half a minute. Let's see now. Now let's see how we're going to behave. Okay, well, Jay, I always say that. Listen, with every prop firm, they are good until they go broke. I bought 2 accounts and I can't use them. That's the first time that I experienced, so it got me worried, but they are making a ticket. That's why I always say to people, listen, make your own account, make your own live account with the prop firm money that you make, because you never know when they go. Never build a buffer with any prop firm. Just use their evaluations, get funded, use it a couple of times, then let it go, get a new one. Never build. Well, I was bullish, Marche, for this trade, yes, but this area is an area for me to reassess. I was bullish from around this area, but I didn't get in here. This was the best entry, break a retest. And I did not get in. I got stopped out because my stop was too, but I was bullish for this move. Yes, definitely. And now we're getting into the 4 hour gap. So let's see. But I want to watch this area on the 1 hour, how we are behaving, especially here now. So just monitoring now. I would have been out. But Jay, there are rumors that they are next to close. Jay, do you have people with bad experiences with Funded Next? I think we should keep each other posted on these things, because it's really weird what's going on with my account. I was like, wow, why can't I trade it? Why can I not trade my 2 evals? It was kind of like, it was a little bit like, But he made a ticket now, so well, let's see, because they're paid for, and I can't trade them. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Jay, I always say, listen, guys, they're good until they're not, and I think they all will at some point fail. If I don't trust any of them in long term. But as long as one of them or a few that I use are okay, I will say so. That's why you will never see me push affiliate codes, because I just don't want to be in that position that you guys are using a code of mine. And I will do it with a brokerage because I trust. I've been using them for years. So hey, Cozy, how are you? Okay, see how we're behaving in the 1 hour. Okay, but this trade worked out nicely. My execution was shit because I was just preoccupied and busy doing other things. But beautiful long. Algorithmically very clean, very, very clean. Now let's see, guys. Yeah, I know funding. Yeah, I'm talking about Funded Next, right? I know funding ticks. I know, but they did. I think they tried to refund everyone. Funding ticks is trying. Now, obviously, I don't know if they're going to do that. Bowser, he shared some emails with them that they were trying to give people their money back, and if they do, maybe they can recover from it. At least if they would do that and they come back from this, and they might have another chance, right? But we'll see. Yeah, I know. Option Lucid has excluded South Africa. So, Cozy, we're not diving into anything. We just had some of us had a good long. The long, we did predict it. But I would rather, I think we have to be more careful with the short at the moment. We just wait for more information. If we're done with the to the upside, we're in a 1 hour fair value gap now, but we have a 4 hour as well and an N walk, and we have loads. We have quite a bit of. Let me see here. But it was a beautiful long, guys. I mean, in all honesty. And again, the breaker retest here, the 50% exactly at 217. The breaker was activated during this macro, retest 217, and then it was up to there was a 702 level, then the 79 was taken out, and then it went up to the 1 hour. And now we check it. Let me see if they. Okay, thanks. Okay, via email or ticket number. Okay, well I've got to wait 24 hours to 48 hours to be able to trade my eval. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. At least they. Now we also have a 15-minute breaker that has been. Ooh, did we activate it here? Have to be careful. Close. Yes. I don't want it on my chart. We're literally retesting that 15-minute breaker under 1 minute. Yeah, so Jay, I'm just watching that 1 minute consolidate. Yeah, I'm just that's interesting you mention it. You notice the correlation between 1 minute consolidate, 15-minute inside candle, and 30-minute continue. Well, I'm just noticing the 1 minute consolidation within the 15 minutes breaker. 30-minute continue with time distortion. Well, I'm just watching how we are in this 1 hour, but we look very bullish still, right? Um, But I was just looking like, oh, we're actually on the 1 minute consolidating and retesting this 15-minute breaker continuously. Um, so I was just sort of like looking at just a consolidation here to continue now, I guess, right? Um, 15 minutes, you are going under 15 minutes. Still like this. Stop of the anyway. So algorithmic today. Um, it's very clean today in a way. I really like it, but London is doing nicely today. 325. Pum pum pum. 325. Yeah, I really want to see that 1 hour. I mean, this will tell us a lot. If we're going to, once we go over this one here, we are going to go much higher, right? But we might reject here as well, or maybe just tap into the 0.5 and just reject. That's why I'm watching this area. Okay. Bullish, bullish. I quickly need to go to the bathroom quickly, guys. Hold on, just 1 second. Ooh. There's my nails. Okay. Oh my God, I think we have a troll here. Some loser who is begging for money. Um, oh. Okay, now let's see what price is doing. Yeah, I didn't see. I just came back, so he's already gone. They probably, maybe it's such a. I don't know what's wrong with people sometimes. It's so weird. They really should open up asylums again. So many weirdos in the world. We've got so many weirdos in the world. Okay, 1 hour, 1 hour. So Jay, I noticed that more often that especially when higher time frame, like for example this breaker that I'm looking at, that if there is like it's going to be continuation, it's like higher time. We have like let's look at the 5 minute. By the way, I haven't checked the 5 minutes. So it's similar to. So we created equal highs here, which is the higher time frame full breaker. Now we did not. Let's see, where did we first presented fair value gap after London? Where's 3 o'clock here? Where did we make our first presented fair value gap? It's a very small one, to be honest. It's not very. That's already very telling, right? So this has been retesting that 15-minute, but we don't have a significant first presented fair value gap. So I wonder if we're first going to go lower to retest that breaker on the higher time frame and then make that last move up, maybe. This will be the first present. It's very small. It's very. This one is a little bit bigger. How many points is this? My indicator would probably take that one, but I don't really like it. Okay, we're above the midpoint of that 1 hour. 331. Let's see. Are we gonna make a run? Are we gonna make a run, 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 run? How far are we in Asia? Let's only calculate Asia, for example. I notice that that also works sometimes. $332. Now the 4-hour is a large block. That's why I just put it up to here. And if we go up from here, I'll have to. I know it's up to here, but I'm just going to use it up to here for now. It's such a big block. We tapped into 0.5. I actually don't need to. I'm not going to put the 4-hour on because we already know it's there. I'm going to look at in this area here. Rather have nothing on it and just go. 0.5, so we technically tapped into premium, almost. We just have to get one wick over it. Are any of you still have a runner? Look how we created so many equal lows or equal highs here, equals, equals. I mean, it's a very bullish structure. I just want to, yeah, I'm getting in again. 335, here we go. Am I okay with 40 points? 60. 108. Why should I take one R? Why should I take one RR? I actually even might put it a little bit higher. We'll see. Three. I don't like the time though, to be honest. We're here. We could have a little bit of a. We do have a nice upcoming macro, 350 to 410. So I'm wondering if we're going to finalize the move in that, or are we going to go up and end it midway? 340. We retested the 15-minute break. Are we going to get a deeper retest, or is it coming later after 3 to 4? Are we going to get that London high in the last map? Let's see. here, here, and here, back here. 342. We most likely have to wait until the 350 macro before we get either move to the downside or to the upside, or both. Half the macro, but I don't think we're gonna go below this area. Maybe let's see if it wants to go into a deeper retest of the 15-minute break. Could be. I think I'm going to save that for later. Pre-market. We did tap into 0.5, so technically we have enough to go back down again if we want to. Or do we want to get a little bit higher? A little bit. We'll see. I'm definitely going to be bearish at some point because look at how they have been setting up this whole. How this has been forming beautifully. Yeah. I don't think I should take it higher than here. 475 should be it. Just be on the safe side a little bit. It's not the best execution wise, but it's taking breadcrumbs. Let's have a look at the 15, how beautifully it's setting up. Now the question is, will it go easily above those wicks, right? Is it gonna reject in these wicks? Which could be here, here, 442, no, watch it. Three. This was the only, on the 3 minute, this was the only first presented, and we went out. Anyone still in a runner on NQ? I haven't even looked at gold again. I'm sort of like, I'm really bad looking at gold lately. It's actually, I should take it offline. I said, oh, I'm doing ES and Q and gold, but I'm actually not. I haven't been really paying a lot of attention to gold. Um, have you noticed that they are sort of like when we have a retracement back up, they're it doesn't, they don't move that differently from each other with the overall moves. Let me put it that way. Like we have overall move in the downside on. I noticed that NQ and gold sort of like they move. Like Asia went down literally most of the time. Then we have a retracement here from 115. And what time did we start the retracement here? It's similar. It might differ a little bit, but they the over the higher time frame sort of like they move together, which is weird. But anyway, um, Papacito. Hey, be careful. We could reject here, right? Just think we might go a little bit higher. We could reject here anywhere. Boom, boom. I'm hoping on this level here, 0.5, but maybe it's 0.66 over here. Let's see. We're almost at the macro. I wanted macro on the 1 minute, some down close candles first, preferably. We didn't form a this is also we didn't have a specific, we have a very small first percent fair value gap in London after London session opened. Here's this one here on the 1 minute. It's very tiny. I think I have to mark it. Now my stop should have been below it, by the way. So I thought I saw it correctly, but I misplaced it a little bit. I'm not going to move my stop because if it's wrong, I need to journal it. But my stop should not be in the middle of that first percent fair value gap. Did I move it correctly? No, I did not. Okay, I didn't. I'm bearish with gold as well on the short that I've been trailing stop loss. Wow, nice. That's a nice one. Well, I'm still bullish for up to preferably here, but then I'll have to turn bearish at some point today. But not yet. Still bullish up to a little bit higher. Let's see. 353. Ooh, that's not something I like to see in the macro. One of those wicks being formed like that at a 0.75 level. Let's see what the next candle is going to do. It's always very tricky when you see those wicks form. Let's see. I'm almost inclined to turn bearish here, but no, wait. Oh, welcome to the family, YSL. Okay, let me have a look at the 15-minute again. See, we just tapped into this. This could be a rejection block here. We tapped in 0.5. We tapped into it's a little bit tricky here. I would be more comfortable if I would have a runner, especially with these wicks here. See, the bodies are not going over 0.5 at the moment. We're in a macro, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more time. Yeah, me too, Vincent. Also, like, this is a very good area to flip short if you see it not, we've got wicks here and 0.5, we tap into the 4-hour quarter wick. It could easily reject here, but I wonder if we cannot maybe make it a little bit higher. We've got a gap here as well. On the 15, I like that one. It doesn't mean we have to go there now, but see, the bodies are not going over that 50%. Oh, we are. Okay. I want it over the 50% of the N walk and 50% of this line. It's just having a hard time within the macro, so it means we have to be very, very careful. Okay, but let's see. See, it's creating a wick. We are rejecting here. 4 o'clock coming. Yeah, I think they might hold it a little bit down for that last move on the 4 o'clock maybe. Let's see what they do. Let's see, we wake up. I don't want to go below this though. I think we might reject him. We might have to turn short from here. 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay. Let's keep an eye on the 4 o'clock here. Okay, this is what I was looking for this area. Let's see. Okay, now you start making a little bit move to the upside again, my friend. I've got a propulsion here. No, suspension, I mean. Okay, I'll give it 2, 3. So I'm watching this one here. I'll be damned it goes back up from here. Let's see. 3 o'clock is here. Yeah, see, I said, I said when I was making this, I said my stop should have been below this one here. I put it in the middle. Let's see, it's still going below, okay. I think I should go long from here. God damn it. My stop was just a few stops away. It's a paper trade, so I'm always letting myself being stopped up because that's how I learn. I still think it's a long, but we got this here, 14.3, yeah. 7.5. Let's see what ES is doing. Well, we hit the an old opening range gap in ES, so we have to be. It's an area of being very careful, right? We had 0.5. We took liquidity. We're in a new opening range gap on ES. Do we have SMT with ES? Yeah, it's a we don't dibble in the middle, right? It's 0. We're around to 0.5. The trade should have been, the long should have been done. A runner, it should only be a runner. You're at the 0.5 level. Like I said, we just went over it. It created this little wick, remember? And I said, oh, I don't like that wick. It just went over at 0.5 just before the macro started, or it was just in the macro. We tap into a quarter level of that premium wick or discount wick, so to speak. So we could go now into the that 15-minute. I mean, it still looks bullish. Come on, we have a 15-minute breaker now. We're going to retest most likely, and then they go further back up, I think. We didn't form a proper London, we didn't form a nice fair value gap. Now we do have one here on the 15 minutes, so let's see if we can get back into that one. Let's see how we react in this breaker. I think this level looks very nice though. If we're a little bit higher. Yeah, this is a nice, I think it's going to be a nice retest here. What time is it? Yeah, the question is this London's high now, right? Did we create the high and will we not go back to those highs? But I wonder with this structure looks so clean, breaker, retest, and we will continue to the upside. I wonder if we're just going to get a continuation and maybe it's too clean for a bullish structure. I don't know. I wouldn't say we're going to leave them, but we'll see. We don't make predictions. We just Pum 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 pum. Let's see here. Did we retest the 15-minute? Yes. Looks like it. Now, did we have SMT? Now you see the difference with ES. This breaker with ES, that's already a different. You can see that's also SMT, right? You can see we retested it with the Nasdaq. ES did not. So I would say I'm almost. It looks like we're going higher again. There we go. Yeah, you see, that's a form of SMT as well. It went beautifully back to the 0.38 level, not even to the 3 o'clock, so that looks still bullish. We did not retrace back to zero. So we retested the 15-minute breaker. Let's see if it really pushes through. 403, 409, 409. You really want to see it go above the 4 o'clock again, because then it will be bullish. But if it stays below, it might continue further down. Let's see what it does. See, we wicked into the 15. It's very manipulative though. Look, you have the 15-minute breaker here. You got to wick into it, which could be enough, right? And then blast off, back up. It leaves this here. Could it be? Could be. This could be a later retest for. Pum 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 pum. Okay, guys, I need to do some stuff. I can't trade anyway because I'm still busy. It's so frustrating. Both my accounts are still in the process of South African banks, and all my things that I need to do are just giving me issues right now. So everything is delayed. Um, I Let me see, how is it going with the funded next thing. I think they're still, well, I think they said 24 to 48 hours. So I guess it's just going to be paper trading for me for the time being. It's Monday, so I'm not going to do any funded account yet. Maybe later today. Let me see if it works. No, I can't use it. If I have issues with one account, I'm not doing anything on my, I'm just going to wait. And with the brokerage, we're still ongoing. Getting funds out of South Africa is really, really hard. I mean, it's hard to get my money out of South Africa. And you know, it's all about control, right? So my Dutch bank, because since I lived here now longer than a couple of years, they said, "Oh, we're not going to bank you anymore because we can't control you anymore. It's all about control." I said, "Okay, it doesn't matter," but it does matter actually. Everything is just a little bit hard. It's still possible, but it's just everything is harder because I need to. You know, I sold like a piece of land here, and they're like, okay, you wanna send money out? So, oh, we saw you sold. We need more information on what you sold. So everything needs paperwork, paperwork, paperwork. So it's all good. Sometimes you have to accept. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? Okay, let me go over my bias. I'm still, I'm still a little bit bullish still for the time being. I think it's going to take its time. I think it will go a little bit higher, but I'm definitely bearish at some point. I think this is just a retracement, just a 4 hour. I mean, we're definitely in a distribution candle right now. We have a, a wickless candle. I think they're going to leave it for. I think that this candle is going to close with a bottom like this because that's going to be used algorithmically at a later point. Now the question is how far up are we going to go with this 4 hour candle, which will last until 6 o'clock. So think about it. We already went into we went into a fair value gap, so technically it could be enough. But let's look at the hourly quickly. We could consolidate here, but we could also go a little bit higher into this 1 hour, right? So that was my target here. We got a 1 hour here, and a market, which is also near this little imbalance. So I think I'm bullish up to here. I think this is an area to look for. Also 0.5 of that wick is there. I just like this area with this little imbalance here. I could be wrong. I'm not going to trade it anyway, but also another scenario, what could happen is that we consolidate here and then the 6 o'clock goes into this area and then goes back lower, or we're going to go all the way back up. But I think, I wonder if this, we don't need to, we're not creating a fair value gap with this action on the 4 hour or any hour. So that's why we just have to work with the data that we have here. It's a little bit tricky because we sort of like met some objectives already. So it's not like, oh, we're going somewhere. I know now because we could, we already hit 0.5. We hit discount, a premium, I mean. Now, looking at this wick, I'm looking at this premium here. That's my point of interest. So also this little, I like this yellow area, and that this is a small area within that large area. I like that one too. So I like it as well here because it's below the 0.5 here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm still bullish. I mean, I've been bullish all the time in London. Um, Execution shit today, but it's okay. So distracted with all those things that I need to do all the time. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Uh, I listen now to if I have a lot of things that are not working, like my funded next accounts, I just refrain from putting money on the line and just paper trade and just go over price action analysis. Here you see again we have a beautiful the same construction. Here a beautiful breaker going above 4 o'clock. The price is algorithmically pretty clean, I must say. I do like it. It's not too bad. London is actually not too bad today. Uh, let's see if it stays above 4 o'clock, and then we are going to head higher. Uh, Here we go. Beautiful SMT with ES. And this was beautiful here. This was the retest. 4 o'clock. $470. Yeah, I can see it go to 480-ish, 470, 480-ish in this pre-market. 470, 480. Yeah, I'm almost inclined to put in a short, a long again. 470, 480 will be my level. I would love to see that being hit in pre-market. So we're gonna take out the high again. 470, 480. I'm not in a trade, guys, because I'm just too distracted to trade with all this. But let's watch 470, 480. That's my TP here. It's just nice to tape read and see if you're right or wrong, right? Let's see this little imbalance. For 70, for 80. Let's see if we stop here or we blast through it. There we go. Power hour. Wow. 470, 480. I'm telling you. 0.5. Here you go. It's algorithmically very, very, very clean. I mean, I'm execution-wise, I did not do well, but next time if I see this again happening and I see all this at the bottom, 0.6 hit, the creation of this candle, I would just really just get in at that first breaker retest, which I mentioned on the 15, which happened right here at 215. And then ride it up to 0.5 here. Or maybe just a little bit below, because sometimes it doesn't reach it, right? 460 maybe here. 460, maybe 470. But I think 470, I think we're going to hit 480. Let's see. 480, why? Because we also have equal highs here. Oh no, that's too high here. This one, this little gap here. Let's see. 423. So a bit annoyed that I missed it because of the because this is a great evaluation eval play. I should have taken it. It's okay. Let's hope I'm back on track in the afternoon session. I'm gonna try it. Can't trade. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. Okay. This tells you we're going to get another leg higher. So now we are in this gap. Let's see, we can make it to 0.5. It's on a mission. It's going to go up now. It's algorithmically beautifully clean today. I mean, I cannot. I'm waiting for 480. Yeah, I think 480. I'm also. I think 480 can be hit within this in pre. I think now. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe in the next macro, but I think if this 15-minute. It's just beautiful. Look at this. It's just beautiful price action today. Wishing on a star. Do, 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 do. 0.5 euro. Where's my one? Okie dokie. Now, I want to see also 480 hit. $4.63. Pam 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 pam. We are in this little gap here. I don't know what I marked here. I can't remember. Why is it yellow? We are in it. We are below. It could take another macro though, Vincent. Do 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 do. 0.40, 0.1, 480. Yes. Yeah, I also have 480. I'm not going short before 480. Now, I can't remember who was. I noticed lately a lot of people that if there were a few that said short because of a BPR that was quite low, and I wonder why people. I can't remember, but there was a couple of days as well. People said, "Oh, there's a BPR. That's the wrong trade." But There was not a BPR. I can't remember where it was exactly, but I've noticed that a couple of times that people misread BPRs quite a lot. I can't remember. I was focused on the trade, but it was last week as well. I was like, why would you consider that a BPR? Just because you've got two fair value gaps, that doesn't make it a. There are a lot of ifs and thens as well. Ooh, I'm getting hungry a little bit. Anyone still in a runner or in a good entry again? Because this is hard to enter though. But look, this is that fair value gap here. It got reclaimed again, right? Or it became an inversion here. This one, the first. So I was looking at this, and it's a very small one. The first one at London Open, I was like, yeah, can I take the one? But then I looked at this one. I'm like, if I take that one, it's literally the same, right? Even though this one at 318, it's a little bit. It will be literally almost the same. So I left it here, and I guess it could have been a re-entry here at 417. Did we have that? Was this a breaker retest on the 15? I believe so, right? Let me check. Yeah. So this one here at 4, it was a breaker retest on the 15. Yeah, so this was that breaker retest on the 15. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. That was this one, and this would have been another entry. Then I guess this was the best entry. It also went back to the 0.38. Didn't go lower. I'm always looking for all those little signatures to learn from. Like, okay, what if my time is not matching? Because if it's not as clean as when you have a retest within a macro or things like that. But this is still pretty clean. This is within your macro, even though it's at your end of the macro. For example, this is at 8 past 4, right? It's still on a macro, and then the run comes after 4 o'clock, after the macro technically finishes. So, but the retest of the higher time frame, 15-minute breaker, was here. ES did not do it, so that's also a form of SMT. Yeah, I took a few paper trades, but some worked out, some did not. I'm not really that, David, I'm not really, I've got a lot of, I tried to open some evaluations on Funded Next and they did not work. So I was in contact with a support. I called the LON, but I did not execute very well on it. But I wasn't really interested. I'm just more interested in reading it well and analysis now. And analysis was good. Analysis still going on. I'm interested until 480-ish. That's my level. Technically, maybe, yeah, 477, 480 is my level that I'm interested in on NQ. And then I would be done for the day on for the long and reassess. I would just totally need to reassess because here, this is a level that I would think, okay, we could go higher, but we could also totally reverse here. Let's see. So 480-ish, 477. This is my level here. In this yellow box. The yellow box that I highlighted, but around the top is mine, where I would just really just be end the whole full trade and be done for this session. But it's always tricky when you have, I can't remember what I really highlighted here. What was it now? It should have been a volume imbalance. Was it a daily? I can't remember. I marked it with a reason. What did I do? Monthly? Was it a monthly thing? What did I do? Well, the whole box is significant though. But I can't. I don't know what I did. Why did I mark this box? Or was it on the 3 hour something? I think it was a fair. It wasn't a fair value gap. I would have given it a different color. It was a volume or something. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, I see it. I see it. It was a 1 hour, the 1 hour fair value. I forgot. Okay, that's my mistake. I'm sorry. It's my bad, guys. My bad. I'm sorry. It's a fair value gap. It's a 1 hour. There we go. So it's the 1 hour fair value gap right over here. Yeah, 477. So I think we did not hit the midpoint. But I think this midpoint 477 is. There we go. Okay, I got you. I forgot to change the color. So you see here again, like if you have the 350 macro, um, which could happen is that you have the first part of the macro goes down. Well, actually the whole macro went down, I see. But it doesn't mean we're bullish, right, or bearish. It was just a retracement to continue upwards. So that can be tricky sometimes. 350. But for me, what was very significant is that we didn't have a proper. Normally, what you want to see if you have a retracement to the downside, you want to see it go into London, but we did not really have a good proper. So that was telling me as well that we wouldn't be bearish for a long time because we didn't have a London fair value gap to go back into. Yeah, we have something here, but that wasn't London. London opens at 3, right? That was this area. We did go below it, but we did not go lower than that. If we would have had a London fair value gap here, or maybe much lower, and then we go high, and then we go back into it, we might not have taken those London highs, if that makes sense. Normally, we say, I always say like, oh, we create a London high between 2:30 and 4 o'clock. I didn't say that today. And that was because of this area, because of that. Okay, we didn't have a proper fair value gap. We didn't really return into a fair value gap in London. And we created this one here, but not after 3 o'clock, right? There was nothing here. How many points is this one? 349. Oh, we could have considered this one, by the way. I did not see that. Oh, my mistake, my bad. Even cleaner. Look at this, how clean. This is the first presented within that 15-minute breaker. I didn't even see that one. This is just beautiful. Am I correct on this one? Okay, it's not on the 1 minute. Okay, I got. Okay, now that's why that was my confusion. on the 3 minute. See, that's why sometimes the 3 minute. So today I know the 3 minute is going to be a very good one to use. You see here on the 1 minute I don't have it, and on the 3 minute we have this beautiful Travail gap. And then I know 3 minute and 9 minute will be my go-to today because those levels work really well. So 3 minute, 9 minute is larger. Okay, I like it. I like. David, that depends. Sometimes I don't take a real trade. Last few weeks, there are very minimal. The ones that I took, to be honest. Sometimes I do it all day, and sometimes I don't do it at all. Last week I didn't do maybe one or two, very minimal. I made some money, but I didn't like last week. I didn't feel comfortable a lot of the time. Price action was just not my thing. I can't really remember, but it just depends on how my live accounts. I'm very conservative. I really go for my A plus setups. I wait for them. And if I like, for example, this Sunday, I thought, okay, you know what? I didn't like last week that much, and we are in a really um, there's a lot going to happen these weeks, so I think we have to be risk off. So I thought, let me open up a few evaluations so I don't put my money at risk and I can still trade with less risk. I just risk those evaluations. So I think everyone should be more aware of what's going on, and this is very clean, to be honest. But hey, listen, and it can change any time. Banks are collapsing. We've got wars coming. There could be a rug pull any time. So I don't think it should be how much do you, when do you. It's like the better question is when do you put your money on the line. That's the better question, not how many do you take on average per day. It doesn't matter how many. It just depends on the day, the air, the time. We're in a seasonality is not that perfect for my type of trades as well, because we're in a higher time frame consolidation. We were in higher time frame consolidation. I'm a distribution trader, so it's not really my. So I wait for. Well, February is now, but we just have to think about what's going on. I can not trade for a month if I don't need. If I don't see anything nice or I don't trust it, I don't do it. Today I had issues with my evals. I don't touch anything else because I'm just distracted with solving that first and stuff like that. I want to be fully. When I trade my money, I want to be fully focused. I want to feel comfortable. I just want to be in the zone, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to answer you. You ask a lot about money, and I think that's the wrong approach. I think that's why I put ticks on here to avoid that, because what I make per month and is totally different than someone else that just starts. So it doesn't really. I don't think it's an important question. I think if someone would rather ask, hey, what's your setup? What can you go over your A plus setup? Can you go? Just asking about money, that actually tells me that you don't have the right mindset yet, because the money is not important. It's, am I consistent with the money that I make? That's a form. The questions are not the. Um, it is totally not. It doesn't say anything because you don't know how long I have been working on one model, and it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you at all by telling that. So I'm going to refrain from. That's why I don't think I should also, as a streamer, if I start saying how much I make, I'm going to get all these weirdos asking for money. Even if I would say I make $100 a day, it works really weird. But I think it's not the right question to ask, David, just because it doesn't help you at all. Um, I can if I tell you that I don't have to take trades for a couple of months and I'm still fine, that will tell you enough, I think, right? I don't have to trade a lot because when I trade, I wait for my A plus setup. Um, exactly. It is. It's the least. It's very. It's not. It sounds weird to say, but focusing on the money is really the wrong thing. Um, now we are here for the money, but especially in a time like this, you need to let go of the money. You need to start focusing on the process. And that's also something that I am still working on, being honest, even though, yes, I'm doing fine, but I also need to focus. Like I've learned now, if I'm distracted by anything, I am not trading. I'm not putting my money on the line. Yes, maybe an evaluation, but not my funded accounts, not at all. I protect them with everything I have because I need to live off them. So if I feel I cannot risk them, I don't risk them at all. Um, so, but I do understand where the curiosity comes from. I don't really, I'm not saying it's wrong to ask those questions, but I'm just saying it doesn't help you, but it also will bring me more in. It doesn't help me also in the long run, if you understand what I mean. We already have this weirdo just now, and if I would, I think it's just not, it's weird to, I feel also weird to talk about it a little bit. Um, but yeah, I'm privileged to be able to live off it right now. But I have to work hard for it. Don't get me wrong. I work hard. I work very, very hard for it. Um, and I still, I'm just like you guys. I still have my weaknesses and my struggles as well. But the moment you start managing even half of it already, it's already a win. But if I can even do better if I really, improve some of my things even more. But that's like you're never done improving yourself. Never ever. In trading. And people who think they're there, I think it's just you're too arrogant. You have to keep on working. You have to keep on grinding, and but also be happy with what you're doing right. You have to be very, very proud of yourself and tap yourself on the back for what you're doing right, but always be open to improve yourself. I think that's also a lesson that I learned. So I'm proud of myself, but hey, there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room still. But I'm also very proud and happy. So I'm happy that I can not trade at certain times and let some trades just go. That's for me my biggest win this year so far, or let me say last year, what I started doing better. That really helped me get a better P&L, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, so I think it's also not, it's not about the money, but I think really it's such a cliche. Um, it's more the most important thing is knowing when not to trade and be okay with missing moves. That's my biggest win. And sometimes I feel FOMO, yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Vincent, and yeah, because you just attract more weirdos and questions and stuff like that. I think so too. It's not about not being transparent, but just, I think that's a part that I don't think it will help me. Maybe it's different with male. I don't know. It's just something. I feel like I expose myself a little bit. It feels very, yeah, but I don't want to be not transparent, but it's also it's just, I don't know. It just feels a little bit off to do it. But anyway, okay, guys, I need to do stuff. Sorry, I use all time frames literally. I go through a lot of time. I trade off the lower time frame, 1 minute, 30 seconds. But I do look at the 4 hour, 1 hour. I go over the daily. Well, I just went over the monthly because we have a new month. I look at everything, but during the trading, because it's a fractal thing, I do look at a lot of time frames. And sometimes when I notice that the 3 minute works well, I look at the 9 minute just for to get a better overview. Where are we at the full to get a higher time frame picture without going too high. But yeah, just for clarity, especially now we're consolidating and before we make another move up, I would like to see where are we at and where can we expect to really get ready for the short in this scenario, because I still think we have another leg up to go, but Yeah. Okay, guys, it's 4:45. I need to run. I'll see you guys later today. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Always very appreciative of you guys. I need to sort out some shit. See my kitty Katy jump on the bed. Any questions before I let you go? Thank you. I'll see you guys later today. Um, no questiones. Okay, guys, be careful. Keep an eye on the news as well. By the way, talking about news, I didn't even check that. Oh, I'm so ill prepared today. It's just unbelievable, guys. I'm sorry. News. Oh, we do have 10 a.m. news. 10 a.m. news. Manufacturing PMI. Oh, it's NFP week as well, right? So we have to be aware. That's also one thing, guys. Talking about how many trades do I take. I'm very careful in NFP week. I do trade Mondays. Mondays on NFP week are very good to trade. Tuesdays as well. Wednesday we try not to trade, depending on how the market is already booking. I'm already very risk off on Wednesday. Sometimes I don't even trade on Wednesdays. It just depends. But let me see. What else do we have? We also have a partial government shutdown again, right? I wonder if that. Does anyone know in the chat if the partially government shutdown in the US impacts some of our news events? I don't see anything. I don't think so. It's a partial. I don't think it we have jolts tomorrow. And then Wednesday we've got NFP at NFP already at 8:15. ADP none. That's weird. At 8:15 ADP. Was it always at 8:15? Okay. Wasn't that normally on Thursday? The non-farm. So that's why Wednesday we want to be done before before the afternoon, before the end of the AM session. But now we've got ADP non-farm already at 8:15 on Wednesday. I think they changed that. So that's why we don't want to trade, and we don't trade on Thursday because of the non-farm on Friday. Non-farm employment change. Is that? I think they changed. I have to look into it. I'm going to look into it. 8:15. Okay. Well. J007. That's liquidity, not a support level. 25,203. Oh, you're aiming for 25,203. Well, hey, I think at some point we'll go down again. So, hey, Vincent. Oh, hartelijk bedankt. I see you later. Y and Q to the level acted as independent price in the build there. It passed through. Friday was a hard day to trade many money, but New York session. Yeah, Stephen. New York. I can't really remember. It's already for me. I know it wasn't really clean and just very manipulative. I didn't watch it for a long time. So, but anyway, guys, I need to do some stuff. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, and yeah, let's see what price does, and we just take it step by step. I don't want to go. I'm always I always want to go for longer trades, but I think I have to refrain from that until I feel that's really better. I think it's still a nice 4 hour distribution. It was a nice candle anyway. Look, we can consider this a nice distribution candle. Beautiful. Look, I mean, you cannot complain about that. Like, I didn't bank on it though, but I literally called it. How many points is it? 211 points, even more, 226. Beautiful. Algorithmically very clean. And like again, I say, guys, when you see a candle like this starting and everything with a 15-minute breaker, it was a very clean bullish structure. Time-wise, also not too bad. So thank you, NQ. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Love you, and I'll see you back. Stay safe.